Great.
What is the next stat about the park that you want to say?
That offers hikers and nature enthusiasts the opportunity to explore a variety of terrain with scenic views of Lake Wylie, forests, streams, and a Piedmont prairie restoration area.
Wow.
It's great. Jam. So Tega Cay, all you have to do in Tega Cay is stay.
Clearly.
Go ahead.
And that's all, folks. Is that good?
Yep, that's the one.
On our third try, third time's the charm, we finally made it out to Lake Wylie. So we're gonna be going around Lake Wylie today. We're gonna check out some areas in Fort Mill, Tega Cay, some of the neighborhoods like the Palisades. But before we get started, do me a huge favor. Go onto YouTube, hit the subscribe button, and be sure to like this video because the YouTube algorithm loves when you do that. And so do I. So we're here in the Palisades, one of the biggest neighborhoods down here in the Lake Wylie area. It's a huge planned community with access to the Palisades Residence Club and then also membership opportunities for the Palisades Country Club. And there are thousands of homes in here. So we're actually in one of the communities here in the Palisades, which originally started in 2005. And there's 14 communities all throughout the Palisades. So there's a lot of different flavor. There's a lot of different ranges of prices of homes, size of homes, and styles of homes all throughout the Palisades. So as you can see, there's tons of walking trails just throughout the entire neighborhood and community of the Palisades. And in the last year, this neighborhood has grown like crazy. The average sale price has gone up about 19.5% to just going over $500,000. And the average price per square foot is roughly around $151 per square foot. This was literally the third house that I ever sold. The Palisades inventory levels have gone down about 55% in the last year to 1.3 months of supply, which is almost identical to the Charlotte MSA. So it's a hot neighborhood. Let's go to Tega Cay. In the last year at Tega Cay, the prices have risen about 50%. And so now they're on par with exactly what the Charlotte average is, which is about $361,000. And then that gives you roughly, with the size of the homes here, roughly like $184 per square foot. So Tega Cay is another one of these lake communities where you have not only lake access, but also a lot of golf. And not only is it bigger than the normal 18-hole course, it's got 3 9-hole courses. So it's a 27-hole course here at Tega Cay Golf Club. In Tega Cay, currently there's 10 homes that are actively for sale. And in the last year, 90 homes have sold, and 33 of those were either on the water or had water views. So there's a lot of opportunity to live on the water here. So in the 1960s, that was when Duke Energy actually named Lake Wylie, and they started selling getaway cabins or fishing cabins on the lake. And then in the 70s was when they started doing major residential development, and that was where they started doing River Hills and Tega Cay. And so this was really heavily developed in the 70s, and obviously you can see it's grown a lot since then. So similar to a lot of the Lake Norman and Belmont areas, there's a huge nature preserve here on Lake Wylie, and as you can see behind me, it's the McDowell Nature Preserve. So here in the Nature Preserve, there is over 7 miles of walking trails, so there's a lot of space that you have, and also there's actually 56 campsites that you can reserve, and some of them are big enough to hold RVs, so you can stay here overnight, and it's a really cool place to come visit. All right, so that wraps up our tour of Lake Wylie today. And actually that'll kind of wrap up our entire lake summer series. And I'll leave you with one more thing, that if you don't live on the lake, there are a lot of ways that you can still access the lake such as some of these public boat ramps, which there's actually 10 public boat ramps scattered throughout Lake Wylie, and there's a lot on Lake Norman too. If you don't live on the water, you do have the opportunity to still enjoy the lake amenities without having to pay the premium of living on the water. And so that's it. I hope you enjoyed all of the lake series this summer, and I will see you next week.